Hey guys, folks, welcome back to the what is our show called?
Podcast?
No, we've rebranded.
Okay.
The Kind of Salty Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
As typical, I'm your co-host, Sketch, and today I have a new guest, a new co-host even.
My name's, Big Man Baby? Grown. That's what it was.
So unsure.
Grown Man.
Reads the cue card. Is that grown man baby?
There we go. Yeah, I like Grown Man Baby.
Yeah, I can relate because I too am a grown man baby. But I didn't want to like steal your brand, so my name's Sketch.
Oh no, you're good. You're totally good. It's just because I have man features. But I'm kind of young.
You're saying like you're a transsexual.
No, it's just because all my life since I've been 12 years old, everyone's always saying, "Oh, you look so old. I always thought you were older." And I'm a fucking baby, bro.
Like, you mean emotionally or physically?
I mean
not as an insult emotionally, but
no, in the age, bro. I can say emotionally too. I'm kind of emotional sometimes.
I would definitely say I'm definitely emotional.
Thanks. I think everybody has their moments. Makes them human.
Yeah, I gotta cry that shit out sometimes.
That's the only thing that I don't cry.
Really?
I can't.
That's kind of sad.
Nah, it is, bro, because I really want to cry sometimes, but you can't.
I feel like for me, it's just kind of I don't get mad. Well, I feel like I don't recognize what anger is,
Yeah.
Because I'll get I'm annoyed, but then I look back and I'm like, no, I was mad then. I was that's what anger feels like. I feel like sometimes you kind of you don't want to get mad because it's a dangerous kind of emotion to have. And I don't know, you see people get mad all the time and it kind of get into this destructive rage. And you don't want to put yourself in that space. Or at least that's what it is for me. And I don't know. I think I want to dissociate from that because it's a scary emotion to me. People kill when they're mad.
Facts, they do.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I don't really vibe with it. But it's kind of you can't just repress anger because it's a very vital emotion.
It's something that we all need to utilize at times. I can understand that. Well, let me rephrase what I said. I don't cry normally.
Oh.
I cry let me give you an example of when I cry, and that's very rare. The only time I cry is when my mom yells at me or something like that.
Is it the disappointment, you think? Or the shame that comes with it?
I think it's a mixture of shame and then probably anger. And then built up sadness I've held since the last time I fucking cried.
Emotions are so fucking complex, dude.
Yes.
It's I don't know, we talked about this in another episode, but you weren't fucking there. How do you feel about a school teaching emotions?
I don't think school can understand emotions, especially in our day and age.
I think it's a very valid take, honestly. That's not what I thought you were going to say, but when you said it, I was like, that's, I don't trust fucking either. You're okay, here's your emotions 101. Mental health awareness. Don't cut yourself. That's your task.
Exactly. See, they just won't understand, bro. There's too many complex emotions.
Us about
oh my god.
the depths of suicide. Okay, kids, today we're going to get a bag of M&Ms that represent antidepressants. If you take too many, you'll die. This is still your history class. Shut up. We're learning this today.
Miss I want to take all the M&Ms.
Well, sweetie, are you depressed? Are you having a bad day? God damn it, Miss Play the song!
No! Then go to the office afterwards. Miss please!
This is so stupid. 5 nice things.
Oh my god. Did I tell you about that time she pulled me out of class for that shit?
She took you out of class?
She pulled me out of class because, okay.
Should we clarify what 5 nice things are?
Okay, yeah. 5 nice things is this thing that our high school history teacher...
We'll call Miss fucking Swan or fucking, I don't know, whatever her name was, because we don't use people's real names.
Miss McCaw. Miss McCaw! But literally, she was she was one of those teachers that was actually really fun, in hindsight.
But randomly uptight.
Yeah, one of her uptight motions where you couldn't say anything mean about anybody or say the word stupid.
Or shut up.
Yeah, exactly. And if you did, you had to write
5 nice things you could have said instead.
Exactly. And the number can get up depending on what you said or how many times you said something bad or whatever. I don't know. It was very weird, but it was kind of cool.
She was a person teaching for sure. She didn't feel like a teacher, but more so kind of someone who just strolled in. It's shit, we need more people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I ran into her at work the other day.
That's cool.
We had a nice little conversation.
That's nice.
Yeah, she was like, what's your name? I was like, oh, Grown Man Baby. And she was like, I know I recognized you. I was just like,
a bit more grown out these days. Oh, Miss
Yeah.
Got the beard.
What you doing after school?
Want to smoke a ciggy?
I just want to rub on.
Dan.
Well, you rub on me.
What's going on?
Daniel.
It's her dog for anybody that doesn't know.
Yeah, dog. Little roofer.
Facts.
Pupper.
Jaundice having dog. I swear it had jaundice that day. It was just that one specific study session that we had after school.
What is jaundice again?
It's the discoloration of your skin is caused by problems with the liver, and then the color is usually yellow.
That's not what I thought.
What do you think jaundice was?
I didn't fucking know.
Oh,
It sounds like fucking like gingivitis.
True. Oh, okay, yeah. I can see how you get that.
Yeah.
No, though.
Definitely not.
I hope her dog doesn't have gingivitis. That would be very terrible.
I feel like most dogs' teeth aren't that good.
I mean, I don't think they have to be that bad. Gingivitis, though, that's kind of...
They're like terrible. Isn't it like your teeth are fucking rotting?
It's something to do with your gums. It's more your gums. Like, your gums are really damaged.
Yeah.
Because they're really dirty. Let's look this up. I need
We
to
do have
teach you
technology.
Facts. I keep one on me.
While you're doing that, I like to point out your rip and dip, whatever it is, thing hanging up right now. I can appreciate that.
Look at Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Painting normal, lower normal.
The rip and dip cat.
Yes, sir. My sister gave me that
That's
for
cool.
Christmas, and I've had it up ever since. I'm not taking that down.
Tis beautiful.
I really enjoy it. I almost forgot what I was supposed to be looking at. Gingivitis.
Yeah.
I'm glad I know how to spell these things. I spelled it wrong still. I meant to put an I instead of E.
I fucking can't spell it all. As is expected.
Oh my fucking god, I don't have service.
Wait a minute, I can fucking... You guys enjoying this, like, kind of conversation?
I pulled up.
Okay.
Okay, it's a form of gum disease that causes inflamed gums. This due to poor oral hygiene.
Imagine fucking not brushing your teeth that much.
You'd be surprised how many people fucking have that shit. In our town alone. In our class alone, bro. Just take yourself back into some of our classes.
Isn't that crazy that we were in fucking high school like 2 years ago?
It doesn't even feel like that long ago.
I feel like, to me, it just feels like I can't, like... It's not like... I feel like it's the opposite for me. I feel like it's like... It feels so foreign to have to, like, having to, like, wake up day by day to go to fucking school and, like, sit in the gym and wait for classes to start.
Okay, well, yeah, when you break it down like that with everything that we have to do, like our day-to-day practices.
The routine feels foreign, but I feel the memories are kind of like, shit, what?
Because you always... I don't know about you, but when it comes to me and memories, especially about things like in high school, they just hit me at the most random times. I'll be up at like 3 a.m. going through my Snapchat or some shit like that.
Get them little memories notifications.
Exactly.
2 years ago.
I'm like, bro, I remember this day. We did, and I can remember.
I do remember.
And I'm just like, dude, high school was kind of fun sometimes, just a little bit. And then there's a lot of, shittier moments.
There was like a lot of fucking like mundane, boring, okay, class, here's your fucking clue. Between all the sprinkled like funny ha-has.
I mean, yeah, that was 90% of what fucking high school was. That's the reason none of us wanted to fucking go, really.
I think, like, with college, there's, like, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I think there's, like, more, like, freedom to control the frequency of when those moments occur, because obviously you're, like, away from your parents, and it's, like, you get to choose your schedule and shit like that. Or at least for me, it feels like that, where I have, like, I think this quarter for me, I felt like I was a lot more social than I have been previous quarters. And I enjoyed that, because typically I'm kind of like in my room, type, or I'm fucking somewhere else fucking working on other shit.
Okay, I can understand that. Definitely, I definitely had that feeling at the dorm. It was, it just felt so much more freeing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, once you get into your schedule more and you're just like, I need to wake up and go to class now.
Fucking 8 a.m.
You really have to do it yourself. Oh, fucking, I hated my 8 a.m.s. Especially at the dorm, bro, because I'd really have to get up, get dressed, eat.
Yeah.
It was just all that shit.
You ate for your 8 a.m.s?
I ate in the morning.
Bold move. Because the fucking thing with art school, is that, I think we called it dad college at one point.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot.
But whatchamacallit, there's a bus system, right?
Okay.
The buses they're so fucking annoying, because the main bus, there's the main bus is the red bus, and, like, everyone has to get on the red bus. So for the 8 a.m.s, it's like, typically when it's not COVID times, there's like a flood of people waiting to get on this 8 a.m. bus to go to their classes. And what happens more often than not is like, only the people who are like in the front of like the bus opening area can get on the bus. Everyone else has to fucking wait for the next bus to come. And by that point, you're 100% going to be late to your class.
Facts.
So I just ended up driving myself to like, to like my 8 a.m. that quarter. And like, it's always like super crowded on the red bus, and I don't really fuck with it. If I'm going to be honest, it kind of fucking sucks.
That reminds me of, what am I call this? Hospital. I'm gonna call it hospital because it's literally a fucking hospital. For those of you who don't know, I go to a medical school, facts, and it's literally a hospital. We live right next to it. Anyway.
That's dope.
Yeah. But it's crazy because I ended up getting comfortable to the sound of sirens. We heard sirens all the time.
Like medical sirens or like?
No, like ambulance sirens.
Oh.
Because of where we lived at.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always shit going down. Even sometimes with our own peers, there's some crazy moments like that. But we also have a bus system up there because literally the campus is spread out throughout the city.
Yeah, same.
You know, you have the main halls, so you have University Hall and all this other shit. And those are typically by the dorms, if you live in the dorms. But then, you know, the further along you get into college, you're going to have to start traveling more into the city because then you have actual medical offices and everything that you have to visit, and then the actual hospital. It's just... And the buses for that, bro, people used to hate the buses. They complained about them all the time. Because of the way they ran, people were always late to their classes. They started just saying, fuck it, and walking.
Yeah.
Or something of that nature. But driving sucks. It's out there.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Do they got a bunch of stupid one-way roads?
Yes and no. It depends on where you're at on your campus. It's weird. I don't know. And the traffic's always kind of strange, especially in the mornings and afternoons.
I think the parking is what sucks about fucking dad college, because like our school took over like a bunch of old buildings, so like they weren't meant to have parking lots or be this place where like a bunch of thousands of college students are supposed to go to. So what often ends up happening is you have to park like blocks away and then walk to the building.
Okay.
And like you don't know that as a freshman. So like you go to like this location, you pull up and at fucking like 8 o'clock because you didn't know it was gonna take that long to get there. Like, oh, there's gonna be a parking spot here, of course. And then you show up and there's no fucking parking spot. Like, what? And you fucking panic and you fucking like, ah, shit, where do I go?
Yeah, you can definitely relate to that at the hospital. I think the biggest thing about parking out there is not the parking garages themselves, because you know those are its own separate experience. Everything's by the dorm pretty much. You have some that are further, but it's not that bad. What's bad about it is trying to find a parking spot once you get to whatever hall you're supposed to be at. And on top of that, there's meters.
They have meters at your wait in your garage or like at the like?
No, not in the garage.
I was gonna say like what the fuck?
Because like I said, the dorms and everything, or not dorms, the halls and everything, and all the buildings are all spread throughout the city. So you literally have to park like a normal civilian, and there's fucking meters.
Fuck that.
Too, bro. Yeah, I mean, in some areas they have like the specific for student parking, but it's like 1 or 2 halls that have that. The rest of them, you're kind of just like fucked for your commute.
Fuck that.
It's weird, but that's why most people walk. A lot of people don't even bring their cars or anything.
Yeah, whatchamacallit. One of the main halls we have, I think, is like Anderson or Arnold or some shit like that. We're very lucky because next, like a few blocks down, is like a church with this big ass parking lot, and like tons of people just park there.
Parking at college can kind of suck sometimes, guys.
It really do be like that sometimes. Very wacko.
Just bring a skateboard if you can. That shit was always dope. I love skating in class.
There were fucking tons of fucking skate. I'm surprised there were tons of skaters.
I mean, it's just like those long sidewalks, bro. You have to take advantage of it when you have the time.
Do people like from all like around the world come from like around the world? I guess around the world come from like the hospital, or is it just like?
No, literally everybody. It's everybody from, like you said, from all around the world, literally.
Was there just like this deep like need and like a lot of people just like want to be skateboarders and they're like, oh shit, finally it's the time in college? Because I feel like there's been like a recent uptrend.
You know, surprisingly, no. And I feel like it's because when we started the whole skate, or like, what would you call it? I guess I would call it
skateboard movement or whatever.
Yeah, the whole culture behind it.
Yeah.
Wasn't really as popular, especially like on things like TikTok, which is where a lot of.
What time do you mean like when we started? Like.
Because we went in fall of 2019.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Like it was kind of like it already like peaked back when like Tony Hawk games and shit like that.
Well, and okay, so I think it's peaked several times. I think within any culture that you can think of, fashion or whatever, I think they've all peaked multiple times in history. Especially with our generation, because our generation takes a lot of older shit and kind of revamps it.
Generations in general.
Literally. Okay, so with skating, you know, you had it when we were kids. It was like super popular.
Yeah.
Like,
the X Games on Disney XD.
Literally, bruh. And it made me want to skate so fucking bad. I literally got a skateboard and started skating then, right? But then it kind of died down. I feel like after Tony Hawk's games started coming out, and then Shaun White started investing in some skateboarding games for whatever fucking reason.
So was like snowboarding or
literally, yeah. But
fucking Shaun White on the PS3.
So I have to say probably around not 2010.
Kind of like got oversaturated.
Yeah, like I think around 2012 is when that shit really like fell off for the max.
The bubble popped.
Yeah, and then once what everyone likes called grunge and emo culture, everything had an uprising when bands and shit became popular again, and fucking like all these underground artists started popping up. It became more relevant in our time, and I say that probably happened around 2017, 2018.
Yeah, I feel like there's enough time for it to recover.
Yeah. So by the time we hit college with it, especially everybody went to hospital, bro, because there a lot of people were really like uptight there. Don't get it twisted. There were a lot of party animals and shit like that, but mostly like, especially from like day to day, it was mostly a lot of uptight people. The only people I saw skating for real, besides like me and my group, were like some pretty nerdy looking people. You saw maybe 3 or 4 actual, like they look like they've skated their entire life, like literally. But it was kind of rare. You see that more in the city, like if you walk out into the city.
They're like, hey, shut the fuck up.
Oh, we got people drifting out this bitch.
They're really going at it.
No, like literally, like this was what people do. That's shit.
That was a legit drift right there.
Guys, we live in bumfuck, Alabama. I can't do a banjo twing.
I was gonna like move and post.
Oh, yeah. Well, you get over, just.
No, I'll keep it in.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anyways.
It's all raw, but whatchamacallit? What was I gonna say? In fucking dad college, sir, you're not that cool.
You did this at the parking garage too in Columbus.
Fucking Need for Speed guy over there.
Literally.
Anyway, I think I've never seen like. So it feels like everyone who's like had a vague interest in skateboarding went to dad college or had like a vague interest in like fucking vaping or anything like that, because they look exactly fucking like those type of people who are fucking like, bro, dude, I just skateboarded up fucking Montgomery Street, dude, and it was fucking nice, dude. And it's like, can you guys, where did you come from? You weren't here when I was in 10th grade. Where have you been at?
Probably some off the wall ass state like fucking Iowa or some shit.
Wisconsin.
Like literally where you have probably nothing to do but skate. Which I love small like Midwestern and shit towns like that, where like that's all their fucking communities, teenagers and shit do.
Have you heard of like the most racist town in America?
What is it?
I don't know, but there's like videos of it on YouTube, and I just really want to go there.
I beg your pardon?
Why the fuck would you, of all people, want to go there, bro?
Your look on my face, on your face, just kind of
Really, nigga?
I'm like, dude, like, for real. Oh my god, I wish I could see this nigga. Like, you understand immediately. Why the fuck would you want to go there? Why would you do that to yourself?
I just want to experience
oh my god, bro. I don't think you do. I don't think you need the flashbacks.
Doesn't that sound like the whitest fucking thing ever?
I mean, yeah.
I want to put myself in mortal harm to experience the pain. I just like skydiving that much. I mean,
it's just. I can understand the curiosity.
Yes,
right? I do understand the. I just want to roll through just to see the looks I would get, but I think it would get old after about 2 minutes.
Hey, nigger. Okay.
All right. I'll see you guys later. Give them a little courtesy honk, and then just dip out. Cause bro. I don't know. Me personally, I have a temper, and I'm not like really like charged by racially driven individuals.
Yeah.
But I feel like, repeat hearings of the same shit over and over again, I think that would get to me after a minute.
There's videos of like a guy like holding like a Black Lives Matter sign, and people honk by like, "Hey, dumbass, don't you know they don't look like you," or like some shit like that. It's like, wow, they're very aggressive here. And it's like older white people,
yeah.
And they're like, and it's like, yeah, how about you fucking like how about I get out of my car or truck and I beat your ass, see if you're holding that sign in and shit like that. And it's like, why? Park why? What's going on here?
Something I think about a lot while we're on this topic is, especially since you mentioned older racists, I can't even just say white people because I've met so many people of many cultures that are really racist against other cultures.
And it's fucking, people just like to scapegoat white people because they were in power, but it's fucking anyone who hates someone else could be fucking racist.
Literally, bro, my ex's dad, that man was Mexican as fuck.
He told me.
That shit was crazy as I was not expecting that from him, and he was. I was like, wow, okay. I always thought, like, as a kid, I was like, seeing all this racist shit. I'm like, okay, those people are dead now, so we should be okay, right?
We're safe.
Or
Obama's
eventually
president.
they'll die. Like, okay. But no. And I feel like by the time our kids grow up, if any of us decide to have kids, I feel like by that point, just like every generation revamps, like, any type of culture, I think there's going to be, like, a neo-racism.
I think they were kind of, what do you mean by neo-racism? Like, kind of more, like, undercover?
No. More like just like a rebranding of it. Like, I feel like there are gonna be people coming out that like
Because racist.
You guys should support the racists. You know, like we have feelings too. I think it's gonna be something like that.
You know, I laugh at that, but I 100% can kind of like see like it's our opinions, and as long as we're not murdering people, we should have a right to hate you.
Exactly. Freedom is like that. Free whole.
Like take like a fucking spin on it.
Exactly. Because people do that now
With the mask.
Anything, literally anything. It's been with the mask. It's been with sexuality, bro. I just don't think people should give a fuck about anything. I don't understand what's the big.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so there's always people that are gonna hate you, right?
Yeah.
And there may be groups that are bigger than others, but at the end of the day, they're just another hater. I feel like if everyone in the world just gave less of a shit, there will be no problem. So the racists or the homophobes or whatever the fuck, misogynists, would be, if they gave less of a fuck, they wouldn't care to hate on another person.
Here's a strong thing. It's a very consistent, like, you gotta, like, wake up every day and, like, fuck that person.
Exactly.
That's too much commitment for me, honestly.
Even like the just top of the water racists, like that when they're around black people, like they clutch their purse.
I like that phrase, top of the water.
Yeah. Or they cross to the other side of the street. I feel like even if they gave less of a fuck, it just wouldn't be racism anymore because they're not hating on anyone for anything.
I feel like the problem kind of is, like, people are like, what is it? Well, nowadays, I think the problem with racism is it's more like, it's more subtle and shit like that. Like you said, kind of like clutching your purse. Like, people are like quiet racist, or they'll be like racist on fucking Twitter, but then like in person, oh my god, Derry, what's going on? Marcus, fucking Jamal, oh god, my basketball team's all here. It's like, whoa, we're your golf team, coach. Whoop, my bad. You could play, you got the height. And the race, what? Okay.
Literally, okay, right? And I also think on like the vice versa of it, whoever the fuck's being hated on, if they gave less of a fuck,
yeah,
I don't think it would be much of a problem either.
I feel like
all that does is incite the people that do give a fuck.
One of the words I kind of like, I hate the most that black people use a lot. We're both black, by the way. No, we're not. Just kidding. You can't know our identity. But anyway, I think one of the words that black people use the most that kind of like, it feels so hypocritical for us to use is like fucking, that's some white people shit right there. Like, black people would never, as if like white people are this like weird other species. I get that it's like, sometimes it's for like use for comedic effect and I can get it then. Yeah. But like having this, like, some people use it as like legit bewilderment that like, not understanding the actions that a white person would do are like crazy things are only things that a white people would do. And I feel like that's pretty like, is that not exactly what white people said to like about black people? Like, that's some monkey shit right there. And it's like, why are you perpetuating this divide between us?
Yeah. Okay. So that's actually like, that's a really good point. That's something I've thought about a lot.
I just really hate it. And I feel like if I were to bring it up, someone's like, oh, you're not black, shut the fuck up. And it's like, fucking this again.
Which is that's invalidating.
Yeah,
it's really fucking weird that people even do that either. And I know like me and or me and whoever the fuck.
Leon.
We joke about it and be like, oh, you know, white black boy, whatever the fuck. But like, obviously that's not the fucking case. You're just as black as fucking anyone else is black.
Yeah.
That's another thing I think should be thrown in the trash along with that whole, oh, you know who doesn't do this? Type fucking.
Are you fucking listening to rock music and rocking some black bands?
Because I don't feel like, you know, that's exactly what you said, is dividing our cultures and dividing us as human beings. I feel like at the end of the day, that's all we are. We're just human beings.
People just are too quick to like see what's different and not focus on what's similar.
Yeah, and then try to gatekeep whatever they feel like is theirs.
That's like, have you seen those, like, I think it's happened recently, because, you know, like, when we were on the internet, it's like, if you're not a fucking 90s kid, you don't fucking get shit. But now it's kind of like our generation, like, if you don't get, like, fucking, if you like Fortnite, we're gonna beat you up on Halloween, Minecraft's the GOAT, or some shit like that. Yeah. And it's like, it's just a fucking game kids enjoy. Why do you give a fuck about kids? Why do you want to fuck kids?
Exactly. It shouldn't be that deep to anybody.
Yeah, it's just, let the kids have fun. It was shockingly, like, scary how, like, many people in our teenagers were, it was just a meme, but I feel like they legitimately thought it'd be funny to like go fuck with kids who liked Fortnite and they were dressing up in like Fortnite costumes for Halloween. And I was like, it's just, why are you being an asshole?
Like literally to a child, bro. Like,
yeah,
that's not some shit they should be receiving. Any type of energy.
Oh, you're enjoying something legitimately that someone else might not like because they're older and outside the target demographic? Well, fuck you, little Jimmy.
Yeah. Now if they were furries, I would understand. That shit's just fucked up. That's a joke, everybody.
We're both furries.
Okay.
Not even for the bit?
No. Okay, I don't want you guys to think that I'm against furries. I'm not.
But
I heard the button that text I did. There was no button that, I promise. It was just, I don't identify as a furry. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea of me. I'm not saying that they would because, this is a message for people who are listening to our podcast. We love everybody. Or more so, we don't give a fuck what you do. As long as you're not hurting people, that's all that matters. That was the PSA. Good, yeah. I almost had a southern accent come out there because I was thinking about so many white people.
Can we just start?
I'm around southern accents all the time and it's only white people.
Can we just hard cut back into that? Like, no fucking transition, just like...
Yes. Okay, yes. That shit would be so fucking funny. Oh my god, no one's gonna understand this shit at all. You had to be here, folks.
And you weren't, so...
Fuck you. Okay.
So, it really got me.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna put that in my quote.
Okay, I'd like to touch on a subject earlier that we were saying when you were saying about subtle races.
Yeah.
Okay, I really dislike subtle races.
I agree.
Way more than I dislike very open races.
Because you know they're open. Like, you know they're racist.
At least you're being straight up with me. At least you have the balls to say that shit to my face.
Yeah, there's no, like, fakeness. There's no, like, behind a keyboard.
Like, I know it's racist, but I can kind of respect that.
Yeah.
And I know my respect doesn't mean shit to you. It's, like, really beneath the earth. But just, you have my respect, though, for being this racist up front. Rather than, like, the fucking Sarahs. I'm sorry, Sarah. For the Sarahs that are just, like, chilling in the room, like, oh, did you see Jamal today? He's such a fucking nigger, like, just in the one, but then when you see, oh, Jamal, you're so fucking hot, look at your ass, I'm so fuck, Jamal, I'm gonna fucking come, like, shit like that. It's so fucking, like, it's just fucked up, and it's redundant, and it makes no sense. I don't like things that don't make sense, that's just me.
I don't like inauthenticity, things that aren't authentic.
Exactly. Like, why can't you just be yourself?
Why can't that car just shut the fuck up? I guess it, no. Well, now I'm embarrassed.
We'll be right back!
Look, oh my god, look at that normal conversation we're having right now. Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a little chase on.
Are they really?
I saw lights. I know you saw lights. There's no way I'm tripping.
I don't.
There were. There's not anymore.
I see that segue. Anyway, so...
It's like literally put a picture of a segue up. Like,
well, it's audio based, but I don't fucking like, I don't know.
Damn. Fuck.
Yeah.
Think of a picture of a fucking segue.
Imagine it. Paul Blart just zoom by. Oh, there he goes, Paul.
Oh my god, I recently watched that movie again.
Is it good? Is it good?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I came out of that movie so fucking confused. Okay. Now, it makes sense, like the story and everything. But dude, I can't believe I enjoyed that as a kid. Like, it's not bad by any means. It's just like.
Average?
How the fuck could I enjoy something like that? Like, literally, we're gonna have to watch it one day so you can understand what I'm talking about.
I really want to go back and watch Jack and Jill. Because I remember, like, being like, haha, as a kid, but now...
I don't know if I would recommend that. I remember seeing that for the first time and being like, oh, this is not gonna age well. I remember
thinking like
that.
5?
Literally, I remember thinking that. As a little fucking kid, I was like, damn, this is not gonna be good when I get older. I can just feel it. Oh my god. But Paul Blart, I swear by that movie. I was like, oh, this movie's so funny. I watched the second one and everything. It was just like the shit to me. His whole candy situations, blood sugar situation, shit was so funny. But watching it back, bro, first of all, white people look so weird. Sometimes I don't even know where the fuck God came up with the ideas. If you look at the people in this movie, they're almost all white, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was just something that I noticed as I was watching it.
I do notice that a lot as I'm like, where's the black people?
Yeah, but I wasn't like tripping over it.
Yeah,
I wasn't like mad at it. I was just like, wow, there's a lot of white people. The only reason I realized it was because I was looking at everyone's face. I may or may not have been gone while I was watching this movie, but it made me focus very intently on their faces, and I just realized like how different white people becoming in packages, bro. They're so weird looking sometimes, and I can't even just say white people because everyone's like that, right? The reason I'm saying white people is because it just happened to be white people in the fucking movie.
They were the prominent role.
I was just like, dude, these white people look fucking weird. I've never seen them like that. And it was so weird to me because it's just such a contrast to movies like fucking, I can't even think of it, Legally Blonde and fucking Titanic. You have these fucking beautiful ass white people, right?
That was the next white people movie you thought of.
I don't know. It was really hard. I was just like, damn, I can't think of
what movies feature white people in Hollywood?
That's just like not supposed to be like I feel like in Paul Blart they purposely chose people that were just kind of like,
Unattractive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you look at Kevin James, who plays Paul Blart, you're just like,
Okay.
wow, this dude is like, he looks funny. He looks funny. It's weird as fuck. How the fuck do you look funny? He looks funny. That's what it is. And it's not like he's ugly or some shit, but it's not like, you know, that wouldn't be my first choice. I'd like a fucking
Action hero.
yeah. And it's just, which I understand was the point.
Him as
right?
Captain America. Paul Blart.
Thank you. Okay, so take the Avengers for example, or any fucking Marvel movie. They're hot as fuck, almost all the time.
Yeah.
And anyone that's supposed to be like a funny character is usually on the less hot side of things. So look at RDJ
Yeah.
playing Iron Man. When you compare him to fucking like literally fucking Captain America and Thor,
Yeah.
you're like, but he's funny though, right?
Yeah.
That's like what the thing is. It's so fucking
He has
weird.
charisma.
The same thing with Bruce Banner, or anybody that's ever fucking played Hulk.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, well, I take out the Incredible Hulk in that because that dude was kind of like, I was like, damn, he kind of,
I forget what he looked like, but he looks better than Mark Ruffalo, that's for sure.
yeah. And it's not saying Mark Ruffalo is a bad looking guy because he's not. He's not a fucking ugly dude, but like, it's just like when you compare him, it's so weird that like, it's a stark contrast. It's so fucking weird thing.
Stork.
No pun intended. Wow.
The knee slapper.
Yes.
Yeah.
But literally, it's just so funny, and you can take that for any culture's movie, because I see this a lot in black movies, where you have the funnier characters typically be the more unattractive people. So I'm watching the show right now called Insecure on HBO.
Is that about the black chick?
Yes.
I've heard shit about that.
It stars Issa Rae and her best friend, which I forgot what her real name is, but
That's cool.
great show so far. I'm in the second season.
I heard how good like writing and explores like blackness.
I mean, it does for the most part, but I still feel like it falls under Hollywood's like stereotypes of.
I came from the hood and I rose up, and then like my mama didn't love me, so I had to go and get my own job. But then my friends were selling drugs, and I was like, shit, bitch, what the fuck? Then I found a white friend, and we changed the world, shit like that.
Kind of, right? But I don't want to devalue the show itself because it does touch a lot of very sensitive topics and a lot of very important topics,
It's a right step.
not only for African Americans but for people in general.
Yeah.
Yes, it is definitely a right step in the right direction. However, I feel like it's very like, I don't feel like it's extremely whitewashed. I feel like it's subtly whitewashed
Yeah.
in a way that most shows are nowadays. It doesn't matter what kind of show it is. Most of them have like that whitewash feeling to them. And I don't know, it's kind of weird, but and one of the ways that I say, or when I say that, one of the ways that I see that with media in general is the unattractiveness of the funnier people in the group. Everyone in the show is funny because it's slightly comedy based, but it's like, I don't know what the fuck they had. I told you I heard lights earlier. I don't know what the fuck they got going on.
You spotted two black men sitting in a car in a park at late at night.
Literally.
Putting the whole SWAT.
We're in my car right now recording this for anybody that would like to know that fun bit of information. It's a
Here, come find us at a.
yeah, chill. No sir. These touchy ass subjects. What city we live in, bro?
Fucking podcast crew
They-
comes
they
after us.
Definitely pull up. But like in Insecure, there's a friend Kelly. She's overweight. She doesn't fit the normal quote unquote beauty standard.
Booty
right?
stand.
My fault. Not the booty standard. She thick as hell. But no, she doesn't fit the quote unquote Hollywood beauty standard. And I think it's kind of weird that a lot of media does that. And I see it a lot in African American movies because typically whenever I see a funny character, they're always like, look at me guys, I'm black as fuck, you know, like
Nigger!
literally in any kind of media you like to consume, especially I see it a lot in animation. So think of Cleveland Brown, for example.
It's an exaggeration.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like that's what animation's supposed to be. Like you're supposed to like be able to recognize this character, which if like so is it a black character in animation, it's like plays to like stereotypes. That's what character design is in general. And if like a character doesn't have an afro, like you know, well in the older days if they didn't have an afro, it's like is he really black? Some shit like that. It
The big
reflects.
lips and the big ears and all that.
Yeah, it reflects the society's like what they recognize will attach certain attributes to certain people. That's what the character design comes from.
Exactly. They do that still in media today, even live action,
Yeah.
but it's a lot more subtle, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. And it's just something I've been noticing after seeing all these different shows. I've been watching a lot of shows lately, or just in general over the span of my life, movies and shit.
You were very cultured in movies, which is ironic because I'm the one who goes to art school, but fucking.
I appreciate it.
I mean,
That's
but it's true.
I have a love for this shit, bro. What can I say?
Fashion on your fucking YouTube channel dropping. I watch.
I'm gonna have to give some reviews at my boy. I'm not gonna lie.
Fucking host you on my channel, fucking coolest analysis, fucking hit that shit up.
I'll definitely do that, bro. I'll definitely do that. But,
Me and Leon, not to interrupt your thought, but me and Leon are trying to fucking like, well, he wanted to watch Snowpiercer because he wants to get into voice acting. I was like, well, you should write a review because it helps you like practice your voicing. And he was like, well, how the fuck is that shit supposed to help? And I was like, how the fuck is doing nothing supposed to help? It's reading a fucking script.
you didn't have to do his ass like that.
I mean, it wasn't those exact words, but that was the fucking gist of it.
I feel you though. You're right. But damn, you didn't have to do our boy Leon Kennedy like that, bro.
I was like, it's helping you, like, you know, show emotion in your voice, whatever. It's like, okay. So the thing he wanted to review was like Snowpiercer, so we both like wrote it. We watched it. It took him fucking forever because, of course, I'm not trying to roast this man. I'm gonna stay him. But anyways, we both watched it and we started typing together a review, and we're still in the process of writing it. But yeah, we can do that.
I got you. I have no idea what fucking movie it would be.
I don't know, fucking dope. I say that, but I've already like written a review for that.
Oh damn. Okay.
I mean, it hasn't come out yet. We could still like give our fucking. I could change the review.
I don't want you to do that. You already put time and effort into it. I'll let you have it.
I appreciate that.
We can do something horror related if you'd like. I know you're not a horror movie person.
I guess. I don't know.
That's where my specialty lies. I love horror, like trivia and shit like that.
Understandable.
So we could do something like I don't know, Us.
Take me down,
or
Us.
Get Out, or like It, or something like that.
I haven't seen Us or Get Out, surprisingly.
Oh really?
I know.
Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that then.
I had fucking Get Out spoiled for me. I told you about this in my fucking dramatic writing class.
Thanks.
They broke down the entire movie and why it was so effective and why the twist at the end was so goddamn effective. And I was like, there's a twist? I was like, what the?
We apologize to anyone who hasn't seen Get Out, but it's been out for some fucking years now. Don't be like. What's your code name?
Sketch.
Okay, sorry.
I'll edit it.
Don't be like Sketch. I fucking suck. Okay. Don't be like Sketch, guys. Just go watch the fucking movie.
Watch good
if you
movies.
haven't seen it yet. Yeah, you know, just keep up with the times. Don't be an old ass man.
Hey.
That's my job. I'm the grown man, baby.
Two things. I was going to review fucking Into the Spider-Verse. And I did a lot of research because I realized the whole movie was just going to be me like praising the movie, like not really pointing out the flaws because I think it's a very successful movie. So I've made it more of a research video.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I found out when I was looking into it is like a common thing they had with Miles was like one of the struggles they had was like they said they were trying to make him look like someone who could be anybody. And in my mind, I was like, what the fuck do you mean he's black? I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck do I mean? It's just because he's black, it doesn't mean he can't be anybody. Like, you hear that, he typically associate that shit with white people because it's like, you know, they're the ones featured in media.
Yeah.
But I came to, like, respect their idea to, like, make someone who was a black character try to feel like he could be anybody. And I was like, that's dope. They have, like, different drawings of, like, his hair and shit and, like, them exploring shit out. There was one where he had, like, the traditional, like, I don't know, if, like, a middle school black kid, like, shaved, no head look. I was like, that's not our Miles, but whatever.
Right.
Thank God they didn't go with that one. But it was interesting hearing them say, like, you know, we're trying to make him look like he could be anybody. And I was like, he's black and Latino, but I guess, like, it's not about looks. Because I remember I was reading this book called, like, The fucking Anatomy of Storytelling. And, like, it says, like, when you're creating a character, people don't get attached to, like, the characteristics because often there would be too many characteristics that people can't relate to. So don't focus on that. People are often attached to, like, you know, the reasons characters do things. Like, they empathize with a character. That's how you get attached to people. And it's not about, like, their looks or, like, their job. Like, you know, if they're a fucking alien or whatnot. It's, like, what they're doing and why they're doing it. That's where, like, good characterization comes into play. And I was like, that's a fucking good-ass point. That's fucking... I think... There was a grander point, but I think it's, like... I feel like people should just remember that. Like, you know, making your character black in a movie doesn't mean, like, it'll resonate with people more, with black audiences more, you know? Because it's, like, it's a black character. If it could be a white person, but they go through, like, that black experience, and you could still resonate with it. Like, me and you are both fans of fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He doesn't have, like, I wouldn't say traditional black fucking experience, but he has, like, things that we can both, like, resonate with, and that's why we like him so much.
Yeah, it's just... And it's so crazy that you say that. Whenever I go into any type of media, the first thing I feel like most human beings do is find something they can relate with.
Yeah.
So you can understand the movie better. Or, like, get more into the experience, right? With the Spider-Verse, I feel like it was just off the bat. Because, one, like you said, we're Spider-Man fans. So I was like, okay, we finally get to
Already hooked.
Literally. We finally get to see Miles in action. This is the first time they've given him, like, the amount of screen time I feel like Miles deserves, right?
Yeah, the whole movie.
Because it's a great fucking story arc. And seeing that, I was already drawn in by that. Then seeing his art design, I was like, okay, he looks like somebody I would fucking know.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, you know, they're set in New York. Fucking love New York.
Yeah.
Amazing city. And I just think all the elements they put into Miles' character, especially with him being African American and Latino, he's black and Puerto Rican to be specific. It's fucking dope as fuck that they actually implement that in slight, more subtle ways than they could have been. They could have been very open and very flary about him speaking Spanish every other line or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But it makes it more at home with, like, whenever he's speaking to his mom, he might say something in Spanish. It's really cute.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And it reminds me of, like, being me, you know?
Yeah, like, it's relatable.
Exactly. I love that a lot. It's really cool. I think they did a really good job at that. Also, with the whole subject of pretty much character development is where you see why a character is doing something, right?
Well, character, like, empathy. Yeah.
You can do so much with that, and people have done so much with that. That's why it's still able to be used today without it being boring.
But you're supposed to. That's, like, how, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you feel like you get boring because people run out of ideas, right? After a while, I feel like it would, but people keep creating new shit to come back to. So they make you empathize for fucked up characters, anti-heroes. That's a whole fucking genre on its own.
That was a whole huge thing that became, like, a rise within our generation. And we're so used to it now, but, like, the Walter Whites, you know, people like that who are, like, not, like, they're not the good guy, but, like, we can understand why they're doing what they're doing, but they still have, like, fucked up morals.
Literally, the Walter Whites. I don't know if you have you seen that show?
I know about fucking Breaking Bad, which is almost legally required for me to go to dad college.
Okay, I've never seen it.
I've never, but I hear, like, tons of shit. Oh, you should watch it.
Yeah. Okay, you know, you got Walter White, you got, like you said, the Joker, Venom, Deadpool, the Punisher. Like, there's a bunch of fucking people you can always relate that back to. Donnie Darko. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this. It's a good movie. I think the fact that you can still create ideas of that to this day, like, new ideas, is amazing.
Something that really pisses me off as an art student is when, I think it happens a lot with music, where it's like, all the good music's already been created. It's like, shut the fuck up. That's not true, and also it is true. Because one, that's like saying everyone who's already been interesting has already lived. Because, like, yes, but people keep dying and things get forgotten, and that's why new shit is able to be, like, made. Because you forget about the old shit, you know?
Exactly.
People get a new chance to shine. And it's not like you're fucking saying anything, like, profound by saying, oh, shit, the music was good back in my day. First off, Grandpa, you grew up with that shit, so you have, like, nostalgia glasses on, and you don't want to listen to the new shit. It happens to everybody. You're not fucking special. Secondly, fucking new people are having new experiences that relate to a younger audience and a younger generation. That just doesn't happen to be you. So maybe this song is good, but you just don't fucking vibe with it, and you don't have no fucking right to say, like, this shit isn't fucking, all music is bad because I don't like it. I feel like there's tons of talented artists born every new generation, and for you to fucking single-handedly say, fuck this new music, it doesn't make any sense. It was better back in the old day. It's fucking saying music has stagnated and we're fucking going downhill. And that's never fucking true, because there's always a new creative person born every single fucking minute. Every single person has, like, creative moments within them where they have, like, good ideas. And I think that's just such a fucking spit in the face to say, like, fuck you, I don't like what you're doing anymore. It's not good anymore. Because that's never true. There's always, like, such good creativity out there. People just don't want to fucking look for it. That was a huge-ass rant, but it really drives me up the wall as, you know, fucking someone who's going in a creative field, for someone to be like, hey, man, fuck your shit. It was good in the old days. It was just as good as it was in the old days. Maybe better because it was marketed more, but shit, it's like, there's always good ideas out there.
Damn, grandson! That shit can hurt my feelings a little bit, but I think you're right. I'll be dead one day, so my opinion won't matter. Don't ever take what I say to you to heart.
Does this mean you'll read my furry fan fiction, Grandpa?
Fuck no! I'll shoot your ass before I do that. Fuck you! Get the fuck out of my house!
Grandpa, you're probably...
Give me my goddamn dentures! Get the fuck out of my house!
Fur balls, let's go! We gotta get out of here! Take the fursuit and run!
I've never seen a fucking elephant furry. That's something I've never seen. I've never seen a fucking elephant furry in my life.
I was like, what is that noise? But then I thought, is that like my stomach growling or some shit? Oh shit! Holy shit! Whoa!
Did you feel that wormhole?
Oh my god, we fucking came out of that thing and now we're back in the conversation about...
It was kind of squishy and warm in there.
I mean, how would be elephant furries, am I right?
I kind of liked it. Yeah, elephant furries, man. Who the fuck, have you ever seen one? Have you ever seen that ever?
I have not.
I'm like, okay, granted, and I understand this. I don't be looking at furries. Like, I don't ever have the opportunity to. But Out of the ones that I have seen, because I do know a few, and I'm slight neutrals with some.
Slight neutrals.
Yeah, because like we don't talk for, they're cool. I don't have anything against furries.
No fur hate here.
They chilling. Facts. But I've just never seen an elephant furry. Or I've seen a dinosaur furry though.
I think the reason is because I would feel like the furry movement arose because of animated films featuring characters like fucking Robin Hood and shit like that.
Facts.
The characters were often foxes and stuff like that, and there weren't really like any elephant protagonists.
I mean, yeah, but they have dog furries, they have cat furries, they have fucking snake furries, dragon furries, all this other shit, right? Why wouldn't you touch
Snake furries?
Yes. Why wouldn't you touch an elephant? Why wouldn't you touch a whale?
I feel like they're like...
Why not a shark? Baby shark? You know what I'm saying? They're
like,
anthropomorphic.
by the name of like furry, I think it implies they're mostly furry creatures, like the main like...
Yeah, true. But dinosaurs, again, they're reptiles. I understand
like,
they said that dinosaurs have feathers, man. Fuck off with science.
I think...
You're dressing up as an animal. Okay.
I think typically it's kind of like... I mostly see foxes.
I do too. I see foxes and wolves and shit.
Yeah. I think like fucking...
Dogs.
Like they're called scalies if it's not like a furry creature.
Is that really what they go by?
I believe so.
So if that's the case, then they should have some type of classification for all different types of animals.
I feel like no one gives that much of a shit.
But, okay, but they're so... Okay, some furry fanatics
Fur fans?
get very upset
Really?
when other people talk down on their fandom, right? I feel like if you have the energy to get that upset about it, then you should also be pretty inclusive when it comes to what animal someone wants to dress up as and create.
Yeah.
Because, like, at that point, fuck do you stand for? Like, I understand there's, like, specifications and shit, right? But...
a whole genus and a class system going on here.
yeah. Just fuck with some other phylums, I never understood.
Other species?
Yeah. Just fuck it out. Check it out one time. You might not know. You might like fucking snakes and shit, Not all furries fuck each other. I'm not saying that, bro.
Don't cancel us, please. We have 2 subscribers. If one of you hates us,
Like, geez, bro.
what are we gonna do?
Our ratings, bro. Down in the dumps after that one. I feel uncancelable. I don't think I can be canceled.
What do you mean by that?
There's just some people that just can't be fucking canceled, right?
Like Long Beach?
Filthy Frank, one of the OGs. That man's Joji now, making bank. Good ass songs.
Yeah.
Have you heard the shit that man said before? It's some fucked up shit.
I think because he's like changed. Did you hear people trying to fucking cancel Eminem? For his...
That's what I'm saying, right?
That's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard.
That's someone else you could say changed. Eminem is not the same Eminem. He's not some shady anymore. Right?
Well, it's ironic because people were defending his lyrics.
I wonder if they're about to do some street shit.
They got them flashy.
I don't mean hood shit, by the way. I mean like literally street car racing shit.
They got them flashy wheels. Looking down to
cool, yeah.
Dom Terrell's about to hop out.
True.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Thanks. It's been very smoky in Phoenix City lately. I don't know why, like the entire town.
I saw that in like the weather report. I think when I drove into like, I guess it wasn't Georgia, but there's definitely a section of like Georgia I hit when I was driving back here from Dad College that where it was like smoky.
Smoke, yeah. It says smoke on the fucking weather app.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know where the fuck it came from or like what the fuck is going on, but that shit's weird.
Damn vapors.
There was another day, not too long ago, probably sometime at the end of last year, the fucking weather app said air quality very bad. I was just like, what the fuck? Can I not breathe outside or something? Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean for me?
Pretty fucking scary.
And it was only for one day. The next day it was straight. Air quality fair. Like, okay,
Fair.
What the fuck?
Average.
Hey, bro, you got me breathing smog or some shit? Like, what you not telling me?
Air quality above average. What was it the other days?
My point exactly. They're still sitting there. It's so weird. I don't like shit like.
Okay, we're gonna record our podcast. Hopefully, there's someone else in the fucking parking lot. What the? They better not be doing some street shit. When I say they've been probably sitting here for an hour or some shit. We gotta. Let's park by the exit so we can run away if they like pull up on us. Okay, I like how they're nerdier than us. Okay, today on the D&D podcast.
Chill. We do not play D&D. Sometimes.
I mean, we don't play it anymore. Oh, shit.
I really want to, though.
Oh, my God. You have a napkin?
Oh, shit. No.
I should not be laughing right now.
Is your nose bleeding?
Yes.
Pinch it and hold your head down. Whenever you have a nosebleed, never lean backwards because you'll start drinking your own blood. It's really bad for your stomach. Always lean forward, just pinch your nose, hold it there for a few seconds. And, not seconds, but for like a minute or so, you should be straight.
My mom's gonna see me walking like, what the fuck happened?
You guys fucking fight? What the fuck? You getting the fist
First rule
fights
about
now?
Fight Club, Mom. Never talk about Fight Club.
I just pull up and dumb you right then. I've never understood that fucking quote from that movie.
Yeah.
Why the fuck can you say that if you can't talk about Fight Club? You can't say that then. Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Even though, Brad Pitt was imaginary, spoilers. If you haven't seen Fight Club by now or read the book, you know.
There's a book?
Yes. That's what it's based off of.
Didn't even know there was a movie.
People say the movie is better than the book. One of the few instances. I was like, what?
That and The Shining, I believe. Well, they're different. I don't think one's better.
I mean, Stephen King fucking hated The Shining.
Yeah, the movie.
The movie, yeah.
He's like, it's nothing like the fucking book. I hate you, Scott Kubrick.
Literally. He actually liked the remake, though.
Isn't the remake?
I mean,
of the
not
show?
remake. The fucking sequel, Doctor Sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Doctor Sleep's another book of his. I read that too as a little kid. I never read The Shining though. That's why. That's probably why I didn't really understand what the fuck was going on. And Doctor Sleep, when I was reading it, it took me a minute afterwards when I realized that they're connected. I was just like, oh shit. I was like, damn, they're saying The Shining a lot. I wonder if it has anything to do with that one movie. Yes.
The Shining, I think.
The fuck is this power they're speaking of? Yeah, that shit had me confused as a little kid. I don't even understand why the fuck my ass was reading Stephen King books as a child, bro, but...
Over like you doing your AR reading, everyone's got their fucking Clifford, Judy B. Jones. Chapter 2.
No, literally, it was like the second Stephen King book I read. That big ass 1,000 fucking something page book. Shit was ridiculous. This is a really good book though.
They came back to his house and in his apartment. They found him dead in the bathtub. The only thing that was written on the wall in blood was it.
Yeah, that book was kind of... Bro, reading that shit had me, like, feeling different.
I read that fucking Wikipedia article recapping the entire story and I felt different.
Yeah, that shit, I was just like, damn. Because, like, I knew not shit about Pennywise or none of that shit as a fucking kid. Until, probably around 5th grade is when I saw the fucking miniseries that they had from the 90s with Tim Curry. The original Pennywise, the clown.
Like, not the movie, but there's a miniseries?
Yeah, okay, everybody thinks it's a fucking movie, right? But no, it's a miniseries.
Really?
It was on TV.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because I thought it was a movie too, right? I was like, oh shit, they got a hit movie? What? No, it was a fucking TV show and it's boring as fuck for the most part. It was really long. It stayed pretty true, kind of, to the book though, kind of. It wasn't that serious, but it was pretty good. But yeah, good book. First one I read was like I don't even know what the fuck that show's called. Dr. Smiles or something like that.
That sounds like a horror.
Yeah, weird ass book. No, it was something to do with like an ice cream man or some shit like that. I cannot remember the name of that book. That shit was so long ago. But there it was 6th grade. Those are the books I was reading instead of fucking like Judy B. Jones and shit like that.
Did you find those like in the like school library?
Fuck no.
I was gonna say, why the fuck would they have like
it? Library. It was in the public library that we have not too far from here.
I was gonna say, why, whose idea was that?
In our city, across from us. Thanks. Because I read all the books I wanted to read in my school library, bro. I read them shits. I had the top AR score in my little school. Thanks.
Really?
Yeah.
What flex?
Oh yeah, I was flexing in elementary school through the beginning of middle school. Facts.
Remember in my like elementary school, they had like they showed like all the like I think it was 4th and 5th graders or shit like that, and like their AR scores, whatever the fuck, their reading counts, shit, whatever it was,
Yeah.
and the points they had. Like there's one kid that like by himself at like 1,000. I was like, that's gonna be me one day. It fucking wasn't, because having 1,000 points is now like that's a lot of fucking reading.
Yeah.
I don't give that much of a shit about it.
That's all I used to fucking do as a kid. I didn't really watch TV or play games and shit like that. I didn't have a fucking console
Wow.
until I turned like probably 6. That's when my uncle got me my first white DS, bruh, with Mario Kart and Resident Evil, and I wasn't allowed to play Resident Evil. So, thanks. I still don't know what that shit is to this day, and I want to get it again so I can beat it again. I did beat it before it got taken.
Have you seen the Pokemon remakes?
What do you mean Pokemon? I feel like I've heard about this.
The Pearl and Platinum.
Oh, no.
They're remaking it.
Really?
They don't look as cool.
I've never played any of the Pokemon games.
I forgot.
Like, ever. I've never watched Pokemon as a kid or none of that.
You don't know the theme? Well, I imagine you know the theme song.
I want to be the
very best
that no one ever was. That's where it ends. For
To
me.
be the best is my true test. To train them is my cause. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. I know it's my destiny.
No, that does not ring a bell. The only thing I know was Misty and Brock and Pikachu.
I'm gonna say that Misty was fine as hell.
I just saw a bunch of blocks. I was like, damn, her short's too big.
Her aesthetic is kind of like the modern girl aesthetic right now, like the little short shorts and like the fucking like stripy
top
shirt.
tee, yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it?
With
Serious question.
With the suspenders.
Have chicks changed like physically in their appearance?
Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a touchy topic.
Because
I can
feel
feel
like
it
they have.
coming. All right, what do you
All
mean
you
by
women.
That? What do you mean by that?
I feel like
Sketch, bro.
I feel like I've noticed. Like one feature for sure is like noses, right? I feel like they've changed. Like I feel like they've gotten like longer and like thinner. Maybe because I go to art school.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're just like different now. Like they didn't look like that in like the 50s, like pictures you see of like old people. And I think like I don't know, definitely like noses have changed. I think maybe it's like the Mia Khalifa effects. Like after that, like I don't know, her blowing up, it's made me pay attention to noses more. But I feel like one though I noticed more, but I'm like I don't fucking like. I don't. Not that like I hated it, but like I feel like I definitely don't give as much of a fuck now. I'm aware that I don't give a fuck about noses now. I think kind of like facial structure is like different as well. I feel like everyone kind of has like more like laid back eyes, but then again, it could just be the people I'm around. I just think chicks look different now. Not like in a bad way, but like I think they're just built different. That's all my piece.
Okay. We finna hit sensitive territory, guys.
You got 2 X chromosomes.
I want to have sex with them. Man,
oh shit! Edit it out!
I was gonna say something about kids, and I was like, I can't say that shit on the air, bro. Fuck no.
On the air. Live on PNG Radio, it's the kind of salty podcast. With your host, Leah, Sketch, and Roadman Baby.
Yeah. Wham, bitches.
We up in this crib like a pacifier.
I need my diaper changed, bitch.
Did you change that dial? Because I'm about to change my diaper. Wah.
But seriously though, women have changed, and you know.
Have we changed?
Huh?
Have men changed? You think?
Yeah, men.
You know, check out
I
the
believe it's
podcast.
because of the fucking beauty standards. Again, we have beauty standards, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, you got people like Audrey Hepburn and Marilyn Monroe and fucking all these other fucking attractive ass women that were like stepping strides for beauty, right?
Yeah.
And when you look at pictures of people from that time period, you can see them modeling themselves in a sort of way after that. And I fuck with it because I used to like pinups and shit like that. I used to see I had a little pinup calendar when I was like 12. Facts.
Where's the pinup?
I'm gonna show you real quick.
It's like
The
one of
shit
those
that the army-
posters that like fucking
The shit that the army used.
like overly. I kind of get what you mean like on the side of planes.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of girls in different like costumes and shit.
Oh, like military
That just look
costumes
really-
though.
No, like it could be anything, firefighters and shit like that. Where it's like sexualized, right?
That was a drawing, of course. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, but it's like art like that.
That's not like that's like objectifying women at like the 10th degree.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It was most definitely that was its purpose completely. But a lot of people model themselves after that type of beauty standard. That's what a lot of people look like back then.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fucking hot. Yes, you know what I'm saying? I slide on that, right? Beauty standard today has changed completely, and people can model themselves to look like fucking anything, especially with makeup. And I think that's the biggest reason why girls have changed. Also, food, diet have changed a lot, and body appreciation has changed a lot. It's like back in the day, oh, is my ass too fat? No.
Better skip a few meals today.
Yeah, shit like that. That was the type of conversations that they were having. Now, today, is bitch, my ass looks bad now. Hell yeah, bitch, you look fine as fuck. Facts. Everybody loves it now.
He loved this fat ad, though.
Facts. Like, if you look at it from what guys were like king about women and what women appeal to,
That she can cook a meal.
it changed from shit like that to what, oh, I want her to have a slender frame, a nice little body, right? To, I want that bitch to have some big old honga-gazongas, mommy milkers, suck on her, right? They didn't call them that, but they were really obsessed with titties back in the day.
It's Taz.
And then it became ass, probably in the 2010s area, around when twerking and everything really blew up. Miley Cyrus came out with all that shit.
Have you seen? This is a hard sidetrack, but we'll hop back on topic. Did you see what the NAACP posted on their Instagram on Martin Luther King's birthday?
No, is it still up?
Yes. I'll let you find some time to like find it. But the reaction to that was just kind of like everyone was just collectively kind of like, why the fuck did you post this on this day?
I'm nervous now.
They posted like some follow-up things on like their story of all things, kind of like explaining like why they did it.
When the fuck was Martin Luther King Jr.?
January.
Do you know what day though? I know it was in January.
Google it. But it's like you'll see some chick at like on some like the Washington Monument.
That's not fucking
Martin Luther King's birthday. January 15th.
Why the fuck did they post so much? It's not even loading anymore.
Let's see if I
I
can
still got
find
February 23rd. R.I.P. Biggie, man. R.I.P. Tupac, too. I've been watching a lot of old hood movies.
Really?
Yeah, so, I was watching shit like Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Juice, all those movies. They're good movies, for the most part. I didn't know Tupac could act like that. He's a really good actor. Great movies. You guys should check them out. Historical, black films.
Wait.
Friday as well.
January 15th. Hey, wait a minute. We're getting closer. Bitch, I swear to Christ.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, they probably deleted it if it got that much of a backlash.
Why would you do that? That means they're fucking cowards. They knew it was stupid.
What'd they post though?
Okay, so wait. Bitch. So they posted this video of a chick, right?
Okay.
And it was like, apparently it was like her artistic project that she'd been doing a lot of these types of videos. But it was just her twerking in front of the Washington Monument with like booty shorts, and on the shorts I think it said some shit like Black Lives Matter or whatever. And everyone was kind of like, okay, well, this is...
MLK's birthday, bro?
Yeah!
They posted
that was the
MLK's
post. That was
birthday?
the like, thank you, MLK. Here's our appreciation. And then I was
Throwing
like,
ass in front of the Washington Monument.
And they're like, hey, this video is about reclaiming twerking. It's a traditional African dance meant to empower. And I was like, wait a minute. Traditional African dance? Really? I was like, I'm not going to research that shit, but this sounds like fucking made up as hell.
They probably weren't twerking how she was. I've seen some African dances. I mean, they throw ass in African dances, but it's more of a hip movement thing. It's not really sexualized. Twerking in America is highly sexualized. Bro.
Yeah, that was kind of like the point too, to like desexualize like black women and shit like that. And I was like, but you're twerking, one of the most sexual dances
in our generation.
You could have kind of thought of like some other way to go about it. I think she was trying to like normalize it, but I was like, this is. On one side of the fence, it's like it's change. I feel like my reaction is to it is because we're not ready for this type of change, and that's why I'm having like this kind of like, what the fuck are y'all doing kind of reaction. But on the other hand, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Okay, the only reason I feel like it's a what the fuck moment is because they posted it on MLK Day.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, a better time to post it? National Women's Day. It's all about desexualizing women. It's all about women empowerment. Why not National Women's Day? Or President's Day if you're going to be in front of the fucking Washington Monument. Nobody gives a shit.
Or just
about
any fucking day.
presidents.
You could just like desexualize women on any fucking day.
Literally. I mean, but like for all days of them to actually like go out of their way to pick, that was the one. MLK's birthday, bro.
Perfect.
Oh my god. People are fucking slur words.
Crackers.
I could get canceled. Back second. I could. Damn. Well, you can't use that word.
What are you doing? Using the word? It was me. I was watching. Have you seen the? What is it? The History of Swear Words by with Nicolas Cage. It's a documentary on Netflix. It explores like the history of swear words. Wow. But the interesting thing about it is like you listen to like these words and like how they're used. Like they have a whole episode about the word bitch. And it's kind of like what I noticed is like people often take like these words of like they have bitch and pussy on there, and like people typically take these words that are used as insults toward them, they kind of reclaim it and they use it as words of affirmation towards each other. Yeah, that's the one.
Alright, I'm saving that.
And it's like dope because it's kind of like, oh, that's like the whole. It's like it helped me understand the like whole N-word debate like a new light because it's kind of like
They talk about the N-word, don't they?
they don't.
Okay.
But it's like the thing with females was like you got called a bitch. A bitch was typically someone who was like a woman who was acting like out of her like lane and like acting like trying to take control, was often like an aggressive woman.
Yeah.
But women started calling each other bitches as like a word of like affirmation, like you go bitch and shit like that. And they like point to like Queen Latifah as like using it as a word of like empowerment and stuff like that, or using it to uplift each other. And like gay men often called bitches because they were acting like a woman. And it was this insulting thing. But now it's kind of like to be called a bitch by another woman or a gay guy towards a woman. That's like this dope thing. And it's like because they changed how it was like how they used the word. It wasn't like straight men be like, you know what, we're sorry for calling you guys bitches. It was like women and gay men be like, you know what, I'm a bitch. I'm 100% that bitch. And shit like that. And it's like, oh, it's like it's not up to the people who use the insult. It's up to the people who receive the insult to like change the word and how it affects them.
Yeah.
And that's where like this is a better way of understanding like the whole like N-word debate.
Which is why we just stopped perceiving it as a bad word. We started using it as a word that means like brother.
Yeah, brotherhood.
Yeah, exactly. My nigga, bro. Like,
yeah.
Nigga this, nigga that. And sometimes using comedy and shit like that. I feel like the whole thing about swear words is they're fucking like. I'm swearing as I'm saying this. They're fucking stupid though. They're really fucking stupid. It's just a word.
True. It's
at the end of the day, it's like you said, it depends on who's receiving it. You just are taking it in an offensive manner. I feel like anyone who's using a curse word, you probably shouldn't give a fuck what they're saying. Because they're cursing at the moment, bro. Like, if they can't find another way to say what they're trying to say, then why should their opinion matter to you?
Yeah.
Like, if they really meant what they wanted to say, they could have found a way to
articulate it better.
Exactly. In a way that you would understand without having to curse at you. It wouldn't be, oh, you're such a fucking bitch. It'd be like, okay, sometimes I have a problem with the way that you blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, articulate your feelings instead of like, man, fuck you.
But I think our generation is very, speaking of feelings, I think our generation is very, like, numb to them.
I'm not supposed to talk about being fucking numb. I'm going to talk about fucking Tinder.
Oh my god, bro. I have a love-hate relationship with Tinder.
I have a friend who I met on Tinder. Sometimes we'll fucking like go into these hardcore roast sessions of like how fucking stupid Tinder is.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just kind of like, man, no one's fucking authentic on there. You have to like post up like you're fucking like, get these wonderful photography-ass shots of yourself like you did a little mini photo shoot. Meanwhile, in reality, no one will ever see you from those angles.
Facts.
And it's like, it just feels like you're putting up a billboard of yourself. And I feel like the most annoying thing about Tinder is no one is on there to hook up. And that's what it was advertised to me as. And it's just kind of like, I'm looking for, if you don't have, like, I don't know, a 401k account and are looking to be with me till death, then I don't want it. And it's like, what are you here for? Fucking ever hear of any other dating site?
Alright, you know what my problem with Tinder is, bro?
Yeah.
You know, when I first got on Tinder, it was in college.
Wow.
As a fucking joke. We literally had our names as dumbass shit. Like mine was DD for Deep Dig. Or I had it as Deep Dig at first and I got banned on Twitter for a little bit. Or Tinder for a little bit. Then I changed it. And, you know, we had stupid ass meme pictures as our pictures, right?
Yeah.
And we just go in there just to see who the fuck was on there. Our main mission was to find a friend of ours at the time. That was a very interesting mission. We completed it like 3 months later. It took 3 months and she lived in the
We got them, boys.
Facts. It was crazy. But, so let's say this. I still kind of use Tinder as a joke. Like, I still have it on my phone. And I go through it every now and then when I'm really fucking bored.
Yeah, that's when it hits.
I just swipe through it, you know, swipe right, swipe left, whatever the fuck. I'd be like, damn, I don't like any of these bitches, bro. Like, not a single one, bro. I don't give a fuck. At most, I'd maybe clap cheeks. And it's like you said, a lot of people advertise Tinder as this, oh, it's such a hookup spot, right? Which it is.
I feel I would
for
have
highly attractive people.
Yep, that's where I agree. If you're fucking like below like a 9, get the fuck off.
You are not finna fuck anybody on that shit, bro.
Because the thing is, everyone's like a 6, but they're hoping that they're like a 7. But it's truthfully, if you're not like a 9, just
you have to be a 9 or 10 to get some fucking action, bro.
Yeah.
Or extremely somebody's type. So like here in the South, there's primarily white women on Tinder.
And I hate this.
And it's white women's preference here is a extremely Southern boy. That's the best way I can put that.
If your picture isn't of you in a pickup truck with holding a fish and vote red.
Buck's blood just dripping off the back of that bitch with some antlers on your fucking truck. 72-inch rims on your fucking Ford Fusion.
If you drive a Chevy, and honey, I don't want it. Oh, exactly, you hear me? You
they
hear
say
me?
Shit like that all the time. Love natty lights and shit. I just hate it. I hate that shit so much. I don't fucking like Tinder because it's all these stupid ass bitches that want the same type of nigga, bro. And then not only that, 99% of the time, it be the ugliest bitches that be really wanting to hit your line and slide and shit. You know, be like, you're nice and everything. You could be a cool friend, but I'm not trying to fuck you. Please don't. I don't want that. I don't want that near my dick, please. Right? And then there's fucking attractive people, like really attractive people. They're normally attractive people where I feel like that's where I stand. I feel like I fit in the middle area somewhere.
I feel like I'm a 7 or a 6, probably a 6.
That's how I feel. I feel like a good 6 or 7. On a good day, I might be an 8.5 X. Those people, they'll reply to me and we'll have like conversation and stuff. 9 times out of 10, I'm becoming a friend with them because I'm not really trying to be out here fucking like that, bro. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. But for people like that are 9s and above, they will swipe right on your ass and never hit your ass up ever, even if you text them first.
The thing is, even if you match with someone, there's no like guarantee.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what I mean. When you match with somebody,
you could be like in the middle of like talking to someone and it's like fucking just nope out of the conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like Tinder is a great way of showing you all the people, one, who you'll never fuck, will never fucking talk to you,
Facts.
or you just don't like at all.
Facts.
Just showing you your options, but like there aren't actually your options because it'll be like, I don't know, fucking like, as a more fucking, we'll say loser, there have been many nights where I'm just laying in my bed in dad college like, well, I'm bored and I'm horny, so I'll swipe and I'll swipe and I'll swipe and I'll swipe, and then it'll be the good old message of there's no more people in your area.
Yes.
And then I have to stop, and it's like, but then I hop in like, I don't know, fucking 25 minutes later, and it's like, oh, we found one person. And it's like, wait a minute. Did they just move into the area? Or are you just kind of like manipulating me into coming back onto your app more, It's like they're control. It's like it became, I hate to say it, but kind of like an addiction. And that's for me, and I'll fucking say, Latina dog. No, we'll just say Latina dog.
Latina dog? Damn.
Ugly dog. Anyway.
Fucking Spanish, bitch! Okay, I'm sorry.
I can't think of a name. Sure, Latina. Now we'll go with dog. I don't... Girl!
Are you trying to
Lemon.
think of a Hispanic name?
Well,
Mary Ellie?
Sure, Mary Ellie.
Let's call her M. Just say M.
M. There you go.
Yeah.
Our bonding point was kind of like, man, fuck Tinder. You're like the only cool person we've like interacted with. I think the last time we hung out, she was kind of like, man, I'm off it. And I'm like, I'm going back to my home. I'm definitely not doing it there because I know people in my hometown. That's just going to be too weird. And I was like, I can respect that decision.
I love doing it here, though. Because you'd be finding everybody on Tinder. And if you're going on Tinder in your town or in your area that you used to be in, because the same thing happened when I was at hospital. You run into so many fucking people that you know. It's only people that you know. And then out of nowhere, or for me at least, especially here, out of nowhere it just changed. I was done seeing people I know. It was just a bunch of random ass people. Also, another thing, because like you said, the only time I get on Tinder is when I'm bored and horny.
Yeah.
I would just be like, damn.
The deadly combo.
Facts. I could really use some cheeks right now at 3 a.m. even though I'm not leaving the house. Facts.
And no one's going to match.
Literally. Even if I do match with somebody, because I have moments where I match with somebody when they're just happen to be up at the same time.
This conversation has to like take place. You can't just like, okay, sex now. It's like,
I mean, sometimes they do be like on that second off shit. I'll just be like,
maybe you're just more attracted than I am.
I don't think it's that, right? I think just people be like down bad.
I would say, to be honest, I feel like you are above me.
I don't know about that.
You can be humble. You could be humble, or I could be negative towards my self-image. There's a word for this. I can't think of it.
Self-deprecating?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I would say you are above me.
See, chat, if you guys were to see me...
Twitch chat? We're live, baby!
I've been watching a lot of Twitch things, bro.
I was like, chat.
I don't know what the fuck what are we gonna call them?
Commenters?
That's so fucking dirty, though.
What do you mean dirty?
You calling them commenters, bro? Like, weird. That sounds makes
Commenters.
Like, commenters.
Not commenters. You fucking commenters who can't record a podcast.
Damn, that's so fucking dirty. Okay, sorry.
Commenter. I can't even call them commenters
bro,
now.
You gotta leave that shit in. That was fucking funny.
Fucking commenter.
All right.
Us on our high horse.
Exactly. That was like, damn, we're assholes right now. Oh my god. Man, fuck my point.
Fuck these commenters.
My whole squad is sexy as fuck. That's all I know. I don't have any ugly niggas in my squad. We all fine as fuck.
I think you come from a place of like wanting us to be better, but I feel like we could all individually step up our game.
I think that goes at any point in life. You can always step up a notch, you know.
Maybe I just don't like myself.
That might be what it is. That might be what it is, bro. I feel you too, because I'm like, damn. Ugly ass motherfucker. Even if I post myself, like yesterday, literally, I think it was yesterday or some shit like that. I posted a bunch of shit on Snapchat.
I
bro.
saw.
I was just like, damn. That nigga sexy. In the back of my head, I was like, no, the
That
fuck
nigga
that nigga ain't. That nigga ugly as
No,
fuck.
he ain't.
Sit your ass down, nigga. You don't know shit. That's how I was feeling in the back of my head. Even posting shit like that. Even when I'm feeling myself, I'm not fucking feeling myself. Thanks.
Just a confidence thing.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can feign confidence, though.
Is it fake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I said feign, but that's what feign means. Thanks.
It's a word?
Yeah.
It's a dope word. That sounds like something you hear like, he was feigning the royalty. He was not an heir to the throne.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a nice word. Facts, feel free to use it. People are like, damn, what the fuck is that?
This man educated. You got the glasses, the hype, fucking
sir.
scholastic book over here.
Yeah, you can definitely feign confidence, and I think it can get you a long way. Especially if you do it often enough. But, you know, I think there's a thin line between
Love and hate. What's really
That
real
too.
and what's really fake.
Facts. And also, you know, whenever you're feigning it, or whenever you're faking it, you're just being a little, you're like, I'm confident, and you're really like...
You go home.
Facts. You can get to a point where either you sound cocky as fuck and no one's gonna fucking like you for it,
Or people know you're faking it.
or people know you're faking it, and it's like really fucking obvious that you're faking it.
Yeah.
There's very thin lines in between that, and then actually being able to pull it off.
Yeah.
And the only way I can make that shit manageable for me, where I don't have to be on either side of it, is I low key kind of make it a joke. Like I show off my cheeks all the time, bro.
Roberto told me about. He recently showed him. You showed him.
I don't remember. Okay, bro, he fucking texted me the other day, right? And he was like, "Damn, I returned from my hiatus off Snapchat, and the first thing I see is your cheeks." I was like, "What the fuck did I send you, bro? Like, what was it?" I said, He was like, "What happened?" Or he asked me something about it, and I was just like, "Dog, I don't know why that happened, bro, but I'm sure there was a logical explanation for it, because I don't just be sending I do be sending my cheeks out like that, right? But it's not just straight up off the random, not for dudes, bro.
It's funny.
Not for dudes, bro.
It's funny hearing your side of the story because the way he said it, he was like, it made it sound like he made it sound like you guys were talking, and then you just send your ass out of nowhere. I'm like, that doesn't really sound like. I mean, if there was like a bit attached to it, maybe. Maybe fucking grown man baby.
I was like, yeah. What's up, that? That's my name.
But I was like, maybe he'd do it. But the way Roberto described it was kind of like, you said you guys are talking about fucking TikTok or dick talk.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is dick talk? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember this conversation.
And then he was like, then he just sent me. He's like, he just sent me his ass. And I'm like, out of nowhere. He's like, yeah, out of nowhere. And I was like, I don't know. First, to like kind of like talk about Roberto for a bit. This man loves to fucking like whenever we have like some tiny disagreement, he'll be like, you know what? I feel like this is what Darian and I were talking about when he says like sometimes you're just like not hear like what the other person's saying and be getting stubborn. And I'm like, Roberto, he's my fucking friend. It drives me up the wall, but it's like whatever, fucking you can have your corner.
I can see how you feel like that, though. I think a lot of people, when they talk to me, they feel like they really like, get to know me, especially when we have deep conversations.
Yeah.
A lot of the conversations being
But they don't know shit.
Exactly, bro. Because I don't talk to people about me, bro. I don't. You had to have known me, bro, for like a long time, like you guys. Facts. Even people that have known me that long, some of them just don't know me.
I wish you would just hear the smugness and like the, you know what, I
can hear it too, bro. Because I know how Roberto be, bro. That man really be out here, facts, just speaking. And he knows what he's talking about when he says that shit, facts.
You know, I remember one time I was like, you know what? It's funny because like if I was a girl, you'd totally be into me. I'm Asian. I've got black hair. I'm kind of bitchy. And I was like, hold on about that bitchy thing. First of all, that's like a sometimes thing. And secondly, you'd still be you, bruh. Like even if you were a girl, it's not like I'd allow that.
Roberta.
You're still like,
bro. So you wouldn't fuck if he was a girl?
If he was still an asshole,
okay.
No.
But girls, they're assholes.
They are kind of hot. I'm not gonna like deny that, but like
I know you seen Jade.
I fucked the shit out of Jade. Wouldn't we all?
Oh my god, she's so fucking hot.
I came back to Victoria's and I was like, Jade was this hot this whole time?
I know, I was really sidetracking her because of a cat.
Kind of an annoying voice. That shit was it wasn't a hard turnout, but like yeah, cat, but like, hey guys. Like, Just put a
fucking would
muzzle.
have been amazing though. Listen to that.
Squeaky
voice
toy.
alone. Facts. I'm like, oh shit!
Have you heard about the
Is this
Pete?
what dogs feel like? Okay.
Have you heard about like the Pete? How you know our boy her
Pete
ex?
Davidson.
Yeah.
What
You
happened?
hear about the stand up he does like when people like fucking like well like when they were together.
I haven't heard it.
Cause he was like on SNL, well, he still is. And it was
Yeah.
like he said they'd be on the street together and some guys like tip their hat out of like respect and shit like that. And he said one guy came up to him and was like, you know what, man, you gave me hope.
What the fuck? That shit's funny.
Admittedly, he's not like the most attractive dude, but like it's just kind of like damn,
Facts.
that man really came up to him and was like, you gave me hope.
Ariana was pissed with people like that though. She fucking hated when they were together.
Really?
She used to be on their ass if someone was talking about Pete Davidson, bro.
I didn't even know there was.
She was like, he has a fucking condition. You cannot talk to people like that because he has a condition that makes him like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I didn't know that shit until a little bit after they started dating. Also, Pete Davidson is funny as fuck.
He is hilarious.
I've seen
I mean,
all his movies lately. I've watched a few of them.
his stand up on a fucking Netflix.
And I used to watch his stand-ups and shit.
There's a bit where he's just like, hey, how's it going, dude? Awesome cheeks, right? Or some shit. He's like, I'm sorry, I just really wanted that to happen to me whenever I was watching Netflix. He's like, wow, you're still going. You're still watching the whole special. You stayed for the bit. Wow, you're really engaged. How's the sex? He just kept cutting back to that. I'm like, that's hilarious.
That shit is funny. That would be fucking awesome. You're just in the middle of fucking... Bro, there's gonna be a show that fucking does that on Netflix.
Well, he already did.
I mean, besides, like, the
Yeah.
actual, like, you know, like, that sounds like some
All the
shit
characters stop and
Big
like,
Mouth and shit would do.
How's
Like,
it
I was
going?
seriously fucking while we're putting on
getting
this
an
amazing
emotional
performance.
climax.
Facts.
Someone else is coming to a climax.
That shit would be funny.
Look, a segue.
Oh shit, it's the end of the fucking podcast.
We jumped too fucking far. Ah, shit, is that